Hello, welcome back to my channel, Taurus Gem Tarot. Today we are going to do a signs reading for Capricorn. I've already pulled some cards. What is your message from the universe? It's actually two. Two of them wanted to come out. So your first one is against nature. And the second one is synchronicity. The Contra Natrum card arrives to remind the alchemist that they cannot control the uncontrollable. Nature has its way, enveloping us in wild narrative that we can collaborate in but not dictate. No matter our efforts to manage every aspect of our lives, the mess ensues. Spring is soggy. The lotus requires mud. People do what they do. This card heeds a warning not to fight the flow of Mother Nature or of destiny. Once we loosen the grip of what we think life should look like, a whole new realm of possibilities awakens. Now is the time to be radically open to what nature has in store for you. To go deeper, watch the Talking Heads music video, Nothing But Flowers. To ponder, what we resist persists. Think of this card as trying to force a square peg into a round hole. There's likely a solution waiting for you to see it. Shake things up, dance, tell a joke, take a break. Okay, and synchronicity. The Unus Mundus is the presiding deity of alchemy. It arrives to remind us that we are not alone in our queries or our journey. What are we here to do? What pulls us forward? Unanswerable questions are timeless fuel for the flames of transformation. Mystics before us have uttered the same questions while tinkering in their laboratory. Do not underestimate the brave act of our attention to the details of your Do not underestimate the brave act of your attention to the details of your daily life, to the ecology of our world. What you notice matters. You matter. When this card arrives, sacred messages abound. Everything is a living symbol, a synchronicity. Its guidance is sent directly from the alchemists who have come before you to encourage you along the way. See the deeper meaning of what is in front of you. In this very moment, the new eye opens. To go deeper, listen to Destiny by Chaka Khan. And to ponder, the miracle of your conception. When Unus Mundus appears, something you cannot yet see is taking shape. It will soon emerge to support you. Trust, breathe. The miracle awaits. So this is Source, Destiny, and the Miraculous Message. Synchronicity is the way the world of mysteries claims our attention. Something is sure to stick out to you. Today, a word, an image, lyrics, a memory. Take note. I feel like this is saying that you might be fighting the flow of your nature, and that possibly you could be getting like maybe signs or synchronicities from the universe trying to get you to move in the direction of your path, or to go with the flow. So I'm seeing two things with this card. I'm seeing not controlling how your path is unfolding and going with the flow. The flow that the universe has for you, and also something to do with human nature. It said something about people do what they do. So it could have something to do with trying to control the nature of other people, or somebody trying to control your nature, or it's asking you to accept the nature of other people or yourself in order to flow. I remember reading that it said going against nature causes impatience and agitation. So for me, in the way of human nature, going against nature would be if you're around a disrespectful person and you are expecting them to respect you when that is not in their nature, because they're used to behaving disrespectfully, I think is how I see that. However, that's going to make you feel impatient and agitated with this person who you are wanting respect from, but it's just not something that they may have put effort into working on in themselves yet, or recognizing in themselves yet. So that is still part of their nature. They haven't I guess evolved from wherever they picked that up from. So it would be going against nature to expect something from somebody that couldn't offer it to you. And it doesn't have to be respect. It could be anything. Like any quality or behavior, I guess, in another person that you don't agree with, that you want to be different or different towards you, but that person doesn't have the I want to say capability as of yet, or awareness maybe as of yet, to give you that. Or perhaps even maybe they do and they just don't want to. So this would be their nature. And I feel like going against the flow of nature, going against nature, would be staying in situations where this energy doesn't resonate with you, or serve you, or doesn't make you feel good, or it just doesn't work with you, and it doesn't keep your vibration up, to maybe distance yourself or let go of the relationship that is, I guess, going against the nature of how you want your energy to be surrounded, what you want your energy to be surrounded with. And probably, I mean, there may not be, in every case, it may not be something that you would want to leave somebody behind or let somebody go or distance yourself from them, but maybe by recognizing and accepting their nature, because it could be anything. It could be the way that they do things. If they want to cook something a certain way and you don't like the way they cook it, you don't have to like distance yourself or remove them from your life, but you could accept that they're different from you and that they have their own nature and their own way of doing things, and allow them to do things their way while you do things your way, and just be there, like maybe as a support or just present if they need somebody, then I feel like that would be going with the flow of nature. Also, with the going against nature in the way of not following or trying to control how your life unfolds or how your path is unfolding instead of going with the flow, I feel like that's what this could also be saying. And I feel like this card of synchronicities could be saying maybe that the universe is trying to show you that you're going against your path, or you're making your path more difficult for yourself, or maybe you're straying from your path, or maybe you're just trying to control how your path is moving forward, and the universe is trying to let you know to go with the flow. Maybe they're sending you signs on how to move forward, and you just have to pay attention to it. But I feel like if you are controlling your path moving forward and you're expecting it to unravel in a certain way because you're trying to control it, if it stops, I mean, if at any point it doesn't work out the way that you had envisioned because you want it to go that way, then you might give up on it, and you might not keep moving forward because it's not looking the way that you thought that it should look. So I feel like you're being asked to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are guiding you forward and showing you the direction to move, and not to give up if it doesn't go the way that that you had envisioned or that you thought it was supposed to go with the flow, so that whenever you do hit an obstacle or something that doesn't look the way that it should, then you have more of an open mind to see a way to get around that obstacle or the little blockage or the wall, or to re-envision it so that even though it doesn't look the same as what you thought it was going to look like, it'll look, it's still, you're able to move forward because you're able to go with the flow and create a new vision whenever you hit that blockage. Okay, so that was your message from the universe. All right, Capricorn, now what do you need to release? And we got gratitude in the reverse. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. This soulful card is telling you that it is time to stop. Close your eyes and become mindful of the incredible gift the universe has bestowed upon you in offering valuable and unique lessons tailored especially for your soul. This is an important reminder to express your appreciation for what has been, what will be, and most important, who you are. It is time to acknowledge to the universe how thankful you are for being provided these opportunities for insights and understanding. It is also time for your soul to share recognition of all those loved ones in your life, upon the earth or in spirit, who have helped you form who you are now. You may even find it helpful to begin to write a list of all the things you are grateful for in your life. When you put forth the contemplation and the energy to do this, it awakens the thoughts and acknowledge your connection to all that is. By bringing yourself into a state of gratitude, it not only has a transforming effect on the energy in the sacred space surrounding you, but also brings about an overall sense of health and well-being. Okay, so I feel like with this card being in the reverse, that possibly you could be not recognizing that how much you've been through and how much you've learned and how grateful you could be for experiencing it. Not that you aren't grateful, but maybe you don't recognize the lessons that you have learned from the experiences that you have gained. Like if you think of yourself from 5 years ago or however long ago, and think of yourself now, you can see how much you've grown through all the experiences you've been through. Some of those experiences might have been great, and some of those experiences might not have been so great. But I think you're being asked to recognize, even in the experiences that were not that great, that you still benefited from them, and you still have something to be grateful for having experienced them. I also remember reading about writing a list of things to be grateful for. So I'm thinking that you could also write down some of the experiences that you went through, good ones and bad ones, and see what you learned from those experiences, and also what you gained from those experiences, what you benefited from those experiences, and how it benefited your life to have gone through those experiences. I'm sure that something that you have gone through nowadays, like present tense, was something that you were able to get through in a different way, or I'm just going to say a different way because everybody's experiences are different, because of what you went through in the past from another experience. All right. The last card is, what do you need to focus on? And you got Dust Devil, and it was in the reverse as well. Moving out of stagnation. So what you need to focus on. Embrace the chaos, trust in the process, moving out of stagnation. The presence of the Dust Devil causes a ruckus. Some people are afraid of this chaotic nature, believing that chaotic nature. Believing that he comes to intentionally stir things up. The truth is, you can't expect this dream alley to behave, to bring niceness, to be clean. His power is in the mess he creates as he calls for you to engage in the full cyclone of life. He represents two aspects to you now. The winds in your outer life appearing to throw you off course, where you assume the world is coming at or happening to you, and the wind that churn inside you, with the Dust Devil rising from your dreamscape to help you escape your invisible chains, shackling you to a barren desert. Stop asking for things to be perfect. Awkward, messy, conflicted, exuberant, and wild is how you shift. Trust this process. The Dust Devil knows what you need when you need it. Once things settle, you will see the gleaming jewels awaiting your discovery, the wisdom awaiting integration. So I think that this coincides with the Against Nature card, because it's talking about, it says stop asking for things to be perfect, and also to trust in the process. You know, like the Tower card, whenever changes need to be made, the universe kind of throws in that chaos and stirs things up for you so that you have to rebuild. I feel like that's the same thing with what they're asking you to do with the Against Nature card. It's asking you to not control things and to go with the flow. And if you're not going with the flow and letting go of control, then you're going to have chaos and this Dust Devil stir up in your life to try to get you to recognize, to let go of control and go with the flow. All right. 1 stitches again. Alright, so I think that you're being reminded that all the wisdom that you seek is inside of you, and not to give up on your goals. Keep pushing forward and keep working towards them. If you feel like giving up or stopping or quitting, keep going. Also, maybe make sure that you're not being stubborn in the way that you're going about it, and remembering that you are your own teacher and you have all the knowledge that you need inside of you. Okay, so I think make sure that you are taking ownership of decisions that you've made, and maybe releasing some inner conflicts. If you're dealing with inner or outer conflicts, because this was in the what do you need to release spot. So maybe releasing some inner or outer conflicts that you have. You could do that by making sure that you're taking ownership for your part in whatever it is. Like if you were in a fight with someone, you could take ownership for your part of whatever your part of that fight was. You don't have to take ownership for the whole fight or responsibility for the whole fight, but you could take ownership and responsibility and accountability for whatever part you played in that fight. Okay. I feel like you could also relieve some of the inner conflict by recognizing and having gratitude for some of those past lessons that you learned. As you sort through them and recognize what you have learned and gained from those experiences, it might help to relieve some of that inner conflict as well. The 7 of Swords. Okay, so for this one, what you need to focus on, I feel like what it's saying is about the way that you're moving along on your path. Are you allowing your circumstances and limitations to control your path? Like you feel like, oh, I can't do this because of that, and I can't do this because of that? Or are you going with the flow and moving around these like limitations or blockages? I feel like you're being asked to focus on deception, and it could be like you deceiving yourself in the way that you're able to move forward, maybe, or what you're accepting. Are you okay? So I just got this other message randomly. It could be, are you justifying, are you deceiving yourself by justifying how somebody else is treating you so that they could stay around you, or so that you could keep them close to you? Because maybe, are you afraid to lose them? Or maybe you have some other reason for deceiving yourself. I know in the past I have felt I have deceived myself by convincing myself in some way that what somebody was doing was not as bad, maybe, or was okay because, just so that I wouldn't have to lose this person that I loved out of my life. And that was me deceiving myself, and also stagnating myself, preventing myself from moving forward to something or someone who was capable of treating me in a different, more respectful, caring kind of way. Instead, I made excuses for why I could accept that behavior. And it could be possible that you could be deceiving yourself in some way. It doesn't have to be pertaining to love. It could be pertaining to friendship. It could be pertaining to a situation. Because I also feel like where I was going with this before I was going to talk about that was, if you were somehow deceiving yourself about the path that you were taking towards, or in your life, towards whatever your goal is, or the direction that you're moving, if you were deceiving yourself by not being able to go with the flow because of ideas of limitations or obstacles, and you could deceive yourself that way by feeling like you're not able to move that way or that direction or that path because of this blockage or limitation or something, whatever the thing is that you have that's there that you feel like you can't get past, which is actually not what you really think it might be. It could just be something in your own mind, in your own thoughts, like you're limiting your self. You're deceiving yourself with those thoughts of not being able to move in that direction or through that obstacle. I hope that makes sense. All right. Is there anything else? So, your guidance, 3 of Pentacles. So, as your guidance, it's saying that all your hard work is going to pay off. Just keep working on your goals, keep moving forward, protecting yourself and your energy and your path. Make sure that you are not deceiving yourself. You're accepting other people's nature, whether that means that you're just accepting who they are and allowing them to be who they are and present in your life, or you're recognizing that their nature isn't compatible with your nature, and maybe you need to create space with them. I'm gonna grab one more. I like these ones. I like to use them. I've used them for a couple already. I really like them. If you're interested in seeing the deck review, you can go to my Taurus Gem deck reviews, Taurus Gem 8JJ8 deck reviews channel, and see the deck review on these awesome cards. All right. Oops, that's too many. We're just going to go with the top. Does not want to go back in, so I'll just work on that later. I get super high. I never stop peaking. When your weakness is exposed and you feel like a helpless donkey strapped to an operating table, remember that you aren't the first one to be diagnosed by the peanut gallery. In the sinking pit of despair, you must trek forward to the next great summit. Expose yourself and be transparent. Reflect the wisdom of your fall. Reflect the wisdom of your fall back into the world. The lowest points in life are preparing you for the next highest explorations. How high can you get? Never stop peaking. And what was that? Recognizing and being grateful for your lowest points, which actually might have been pretty awful at the time, not gonna lie, but brought you to the place that you are today and made you the person that you are now, and are gonna take you to the next highest explorations in life, your highest vibrations. Just keep working on it. It says here that your hard work and determination are going to pay off. All right. Well, that is the end of your reading, Capricorn. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, I hope that you like the video. I hope that you subscribe for future videos. And I hope that if you feel called to, you share the video. Also, if you would like to comment or leave a comment, I would absolutely love to hear from you guys. Even if you just say hi. You could tell me your story, whatever you would like to share in the comments. I would love to hear it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.